As a YouTuber of sorts, I happen to be a very silly guy. Why are you laughing? I happen to be a very silly guy. A goofy goober, if you will. An individual filled with joyous whimsy. If you strip away all the linguistic flair, what I basically just said is that I am a bit of a retard. I manage my time poorly, daydream almost constantly, and I find a lot of things to be funny that really shouldn't be funny. Don't laugh, don't laugh. There's no way that's gonna make me laugh. Don't laugh. Being such an unserious person usually only leaves me with one way of getting important things done. Locking in. The time to get ultra serious. Please don't mix this up with the mogging meme like I did, because these two things are not the same. Wild TikTok screenshots? Not funny. Instagram reels with actually harmful comments? Be quiet. Ultra niche SoundCloud song? Whoa, okay, wait. Hello? Who is this? Unfortunately for me though, I can't really lock in for that long. And going off this totally legitimate statistic, I'm not alone. People can't stay locked in forever because it's human nature to just tweak eventually. But what if there was someone out there who managed to circumvent that? A woman that defies human nature. Someone that stays locked in 24/7, 365. And I'm not just talking about your run-of-the-mill lock-in, no. What the f... Why am I writing like that? No. I'm talking about that locked in so hard that I forgot how to smile. An ice-cold expression, a piercing gaze, almost as if she has little to no emotion at all. There's only one woman I know that fits that description.
This vision is both a miracle and a curse. If I could ever get rid of it. No, there's no such possibility. If I must endure it for life, then I will turn it into a weapon for my use. They once called me the demon of calamity. Now I wield this demonic power to protect those dear to me. Rover, do you perceive me as a demon too? I suppose it doesn't matter either way. No matter what you think of me, I am always ready to cut down any obstacles in your way, as my duty dictates.
Sanhua. I wanted to put a full name up here as an introduction for her, but all I got when I looked that up was a Chinese company called Sanhua Holding Group. Hey, who's holding Sanhua? I've been wanting to make a video on her for a good while now, since she was one of the few characters I took a liking to back during launch.
Our young generation is clearly lost, man. Clearly lost.
I found the way she conducted herself to be really cool, being all reserved and observant, but immediately demanding the entire room the second she needs to get physical. The thing she had going on with her one pupil got me theorizing too, but we'll get to her eyes later. Sanhua is currently employed at the city hall in Jinzhou as a bodyguard for Jinxi. Fuck me, that name. The magistrate of Jinzhou. She is also the only bodyguard that was hired to protect her. Now, magistrates are usually very important people with huge targets on their backs, so having protection around them makes sense.
Guys, how do I install the 18 plus us girlfriend mod? Bill, you're
But having that protection consist of one single person though, usually that'd be pretty dense, since a group of people would generally... I got it first try. What the f... Usually that'd be pretty tense, since a group of people would generally protect the magistrate better than one person. But as you all know by now, Wuthering Waves as a whole isn't usual, And Sanhua is no exception. You see, Sanhua happens to be a fast learner. Like a really fast learner. Her logs even refer to her learning speed as remarkable. Give her 2 weeks to learn something and she'll master it in 1. So Sanhua proceeded to use her learning skills to master not only swordplay, but also cooking, negotiating and handling paperwork. So now she's at the point where she qualifies to be a chef, secretary and bodyguard at the same time. And she does all 3 things really well. The amount of jobs this one woman is taking is actually insane. The reason she's the only guard for the magistrate is because she's the workforce of 10 people on a single salary. At that point, why would I hire anyone else? Just call Sanhua. But the way I just described her, you'd assume she's like some kind of robot, an all work, no play kind of person. But believe it or not, Sanhua actually gets lit from time to time. This is not even a joke, it is in her logs. I did a double take when I first saw it too. There's a mention of some kind of flower beverage that makes her more lively and uninhibited. She speaks more openly and reacts slower than usual whenever she drinks it, which is why she doesn't take it regularly because it impacts her work. That is literally just gacha spider tongue for alcohol. More lively, slower reaction time. You're not slick, Kuro. This is literally just saying that Sanhua gets lit every so often. Sanhua gets drunk. Sanhua gets drunk. I like how that part of the script immediately retcons my intro because I'm like, ooh, she's locked in 24/7 and here she is getting lit. The only thing funnier than this being a thing that she does is the fact that it actually makes sense since she's basically carrying the city hall on her back. I really can't blame her for cracking open a cold one once a week to just de-stress. Sanhua, I need your help. I burnt the kitchen again, the water. I can't reach the smoke detector to turn it off. Oh, hello, Rover. Sanhua, I'm just enjoying my little bit of R&R. R and what? R and... No, I heard what you said, but what the hell does that mean? Oh, Rover. So capable yet so inexperienced. What? You remind me of a cute little toddler running around with a full diaper sometimes. What the fuck? And those little beeping sounds you make are always so cute. What beeping sound? Oh, the fuck! Lady Sanhua is classified as a mutant resonator. That is the 3rd one in a row at this point. I'm pretty sure it's just the thing about the mutants that reel me in. I don't know. Reel me in. Instagram be like. Sporting a tacit mark smack dab in the middle of her right pupil. Now, as cool as that looks, this has to be the single worst place a mark could form in. Why? Well, because the more a resonator uses their forte, the more strain it places on the tacit mark. So if Sanhua needs to put in 150% and overexert herself, she will have a constant pressure being applied directly onto her eye the entire time. The headaches she's gonna get are gonna be generational. Constant eye pressure can also cause nerve damage to the eye, which could make her blind. But the thing is, Sanhua was born blind. The only reason she can see now was because of her forte awakening that happened during a blizzard caused by a wave-worn phenomenon. The wave-worn is just another way of referring to all the weird shit that happens in the game. Don't worry, it's just like rain, floating tacit discords. Don't stress. The phenomenon left frequency erosions to her right eye, which caused her awakening and gave her a unique type of vision, followed by her eyes shifting from grey to red. So similar to her skill set, a forte also does multiple things, giving her abnormal vision which allows her to see the frequencies of objects directly instead of just normal vision, and the ability to control snow and form ice structures. The more focused Sanhua is, the more control she has over the formations, and the less composed she is, the higher the chance of her overclocking and losing control over the snow and further damaging her eyes, which could cause like serious blizzards to damage the environment, freeze things to the point where they can't recover like plants and grass. And her having to maintain like such a strong type of focus, you can see that in her gameplay, because like when you play Sanhua, her charge attack needs to be released at a specific point so that you can get the maximum damage from it. I know like in game if you miss it you do less damage, but like I guess in a lore sense if she doesn't focus and she just uses the ice, it's gonna blow up the entire field and just kill everyone. I think like even with her ult, you can see her steadying herself first before she shoots the shots out. There might be just a cinematic thing, but I feel like Sanhua always has to like get her mind ready before she shoots out an attack, just to make sure that she's getting the right frequency of ice out, so she doesn't like murk everyone around her. You know what I'm saying? You get me? You get me? Fun little fact about her forte though. Even though she's already mastered it, any changes in her mood will always affect the temperature around her. If she senses danger and becomes defensive, the air cools and snowflakes start forming around her. But these snowflakes can also form when she's embarrassed or anxious, which is a pretty funny way to have a forte work because she's always rocking the locked in face. So if you see snowflakes around her, you wouldn't be able to tell if you're rizzing her up or if you're about to end up in a body bag. Yo, no way! Is that Sanhua? I've been wanting to meet you for ages. Oh, would you look at that? It looks like Sanhua has a fan. Yeah, I'm a super huge fan, bro. I'm a really big fan. I've never met anyone so cool in my entire life. You're literally like the most perfect person I've ever met, dude. You know, like I've walked around the city a few times and I hear people calling you the all-around Death Glare / Terminator Ice Beauty. And the funniest thing about that is like, I believe them. I can see it. You look absolutely like the best woman I've seen in my entire life. I don't want your number. I need your blood samples. I need everything. Sanhua? Look at her. She's awesome. I think maybe you should just like try and calm down just a teensy bit. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if Sanhua is like really it's even snowing around her. Look at the snow. I can't read her. I don't know if she's queuing up the most adorable cutesy thank you or if she's gonna stab you through the throat. I don't know. Oh, come on, run. Come on, man. She'd never do that. Sanhua's perfect. Sanhua's perfect. She'd never do that. Look at her. What is up, chat? Your boy finally figured out how to download the character models. Yeah, that's right. Woo! Come on, Sanhua, tell him, strike a pose. Tell him, Sanhua, let's go. I already said back in the intro that Sanhua is one of my favorites, and her design contributes quite a bit into why. Mainly because the color scheme she's following is one of my favorites. Red, black, grey and gold. Goated colors, that is the GOAT squad. I love those colors, bro. Because most of the colors on her are muted, her eyes stand out a lot more. Couple the eyes with the grey hair and you've got someone who could break my heart. I also like how the right side of her face, where her mark is, has her hair being let loose, while the left side has it neatly tied up with an earring. The duality of man. The beret, I think is that beret or beret? I'm gonna probably say beret. I think the beret. The beret she's wearing looks pretty cute too. But for the life of me, I don't know why the fuck she stuck her to-do list in her hair. Or maybe that's some kind of note. Whatever it is, Sanhua, please remove it. Remove it from your purse. Her dapper black gloves are coupled with arms that are more bare than the Sahara. I don't know if it's just me, but her showing all that skin on her arms and a little on her stomach just makes her top seem like it barely fits. I would have really liked some kind of coat. I swear, a coat would have made waves in the fan art. Wuthering wave. Okay, moving down to her waist. I can't even defend that. How many belts even is that? Like, genuinely. There's even more on the side too. I really just don't know. Oh my god, bro, there's no way. Imagine if Sanhua was your mother. She could literally theorycraft ways to beat you and do team building with all those belts. Belt building. She's running a quick swap comp around her way. The lower half looks cool with the gold decals and the long skirt thing. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I actually finished myself with all those jokes. What the fuck? She looks good, okay? She looks good. Her cherished items, more. What the? Her cherished items are some mala beads. Running her fingers along them to help her medicate. Yo, what the? Running her fingers along them helps her meditate in times of stress, which keeps the forte under check. It keeps it under wraps. You know how it goes. Can't have the ops know I be lacking. What the fuck? The amorphous. Shadow puppets that she used to show Jinshi how she sees the world. But instead of sympathy, Jinshi thought it was pretty cool. So now Sanhua keeps them around in hopes that she'll start liking her own vision someday. We could have just called them puppets, or I don't know why they called the amorphous. I got excited when I read that. I'm like, the amorphous. I'm like, oh shit, no way, what is it? Oh, it's just finger puppets. Oh my god. Thanks, Hua. Thanks for the ring waves. Thanks. And a Xana. Asana. I don't know if the K is silent. Akana, maybe the S is silent. Mrs. Kosan. A frozen frosty blossom that reminds her of precious memories and the fleeting beauty in all things. The Philosopher's Stone or something. I don't know. I haven't read Interact with Harry Potter at all.
Stone Animals and the Philosopher's Stone.
The Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's. Alright, story time. Remember the blizzard I mentioned earlier that activated her forte? Well, that's actually where her story starts, since that blizzard happened directly over her birthplace. Literally, I think a few days, months, I'm not really sure, but this blizzard was really close to the time period after Sanhua was born. So yeah, her story starts with a freaking blizzard. Everyone get out the way, she is struggling. The blizzard crushed almost every living thing in its path and molded them together into some kind of tacit discord that stood mountains high. The Midnight Rangers eventually managed to bring it down after what felt like days. And while they were cleaning up the battlefield, they found something. A frozen infant, tinted blue in color, and somehow still breathing. Naturally, every single person ran over there to get her out, each of them cradling her as best they could despite all the injuries they had just sustained. A few days later, when she eventually opened her eyes, she realized she could see. Not really see normally, rather, she could now perceive everything around her in a grotesque and eerie manner. Since she was still very young when this happened, I'm sure it's a given that Sanhua keeps that experience with her till today, being blind only to be gifted some sick kind of vision. Monkey's paw, that's a monkey's paw. Monkey's paw mentioned. Growing up, she had been rather silent and reserved and wasn't really good at talking to people, mainly because of the cold air that was always around her, cold enough to have even caused frostbite in some cases. As she grew older, her forte became stronger too. Controlling snow became more difficult, and sometimes she couldn't perceive things properly with her vision. Because of that, she was eventually exiled since people saw her as a danger, a ticking time bomb. As she roamed the land with no set destination in mind, she devastated the land she visited with harsh snow and ice. Eventually, she would be approached by a man, the abbot, who offered to help her control her forte and help her realize that it was a gift and not a curse. Or something that I don't know. He kind of goes off a little. Look at that paragraph. Even Sanhua doesn't know what he's saying. But anyway, he takes her to the temple where she practices swordsmanship, meditation, and is given the Dharma name Sanhua. It's around this time I'm guessing that she gets hired and insert the wholesome Sanhua Jinshi's ship text that I will not read because that is the equivalent of me making moves on myself. And I refuse because you already have these sections in the video of like me dubbing over the characters, and it already makes me clench from the way I'm cringing. I don't even know if people think it's funny or nice. I watch over them sometimes and I'm like, why am I doing this? They're fun to make, but I feel like they cringe. So of course I'm not gonna read over text where it's basically characters be like, oh, I think you're very important to me. Oh, I think you're very important to me too. Riz. Nah, I'm good. But they basically establish how Sanhua doesn't have to face all her problems alone anymore. Which is, you know, it's cute, it's nice. I like the two of them together. A positive, strong relationship. They talk about everything. They're there for each other. They're safe, you know. Sanhua, it's cold. Sanhua, please. Sanhua, I can't feel my feet anymore. Sanhua, please. Like, I'm trying to be here for you. I'm trying to be supportive. To say something. Sanhua, please. This is the end of the video. Oh my god. Welcome to the end of the video, you know, section where I talk off script. You know how it goes. Chat, what up, chat? Sanhua review. You know, as I'm recording this, I have 7 days to edit this and get it out. And I'm gonna try my absolute best to do that. I know I can do this. I'm not gonna say I think. I know this video was made on a schedule, not a crunch, but a proper schedule. 7 days is enough to make a video for me. I just procrastinate a lot. Anyway, back to the end section of the video. That was the Sanhua review, you know. I took a liking to, as I said, I liked Sanhua as well. She's like one of my favorites. Reading through her logs didn't make me fall head over heels for her like I did for Danjin, because like I genuinely like Danjin a lot. Sanhua, I rate her a lot. She's pretty cool. The eyes and stuff, the presentation, insane. I still like her. She's one of my favorites for sure. Gushing about her was nice. It was fun. Doing the video was fun on her because I like her, bro. About character reviews that are upcoming, I'm gonna just like lay it all out now. Changli, I want to do Changli because like I like Changli a lot. Like, you know, I say like, oh, I like Sanhua, oh, I like Jian, I like Changli, capital like with an a lot next to it. I really like Changli. I want to do a video on Changli, and then I want to do a video on Camilla. She's gonna be released soon. If I can work on the video now and upload it while she gets released, that'll probably do numbers. But like the thing is, Camilla is getting released during my final exams, so let's see where my priorities lie. And then the Kafka review also, I didn't forget about Geeks Pixels. Gotta get that for the guy or the girl. I don't know the gender of Geeks Pixels. After those 3 reviews, they're gonna die down. I'm gonna have to die down the reviews just a little bit so I can do like other projects, because initially I thought like doing reviews, like writing the trade, I'm gonna be building an audience, whatever. Only one video did the 11k. And I don't know, maybe this is the next video that does that again. But like, as I'm sitting here right now, I feel like it was a one-hit wonder type of thing. I really hope it wasn't. I want to get back. But like, if it is, reviews will take a backseat. I'm not going to cancel them. I just like a backseat for now. And then I'm going to be a lot more picky with who I do reviews on. I like doing reviews, but there's a lot of other stuff I want to do. Trying to work on a video essay. Trying to work on 2, maybe 3. December's right around the corner. So I want to do my top 10 games I've played during the year. That's going to start development. There's an FNF video in the works. Reactions and gameplays I'll do once I get a proper pair of earphones, because I don't have one of those right now. If I get one of those, you'll be seeing that shit a lot. And yeah, if you sat through all of that and listened to all of their rambles, thank you. It genuinely means a lot to the group of you that always reach the end of the videos regardless. I have been the Tremory. You have been ice cold, you know, because Sun was ice.